I'm going to be ranking the best centers in NBA 2K23. My team, let me know in the comment section down below who are some of your guys' favorite centers in the game right now, and let me know what you guys would change about my top 10. But coming in here at my number 10 spot is going to be Pink Diamond Ralph Sampson. He's a center 7'4" with a 7'8" wingspan, so he's going to be a giant on the court. I just quickly want to say some honorable mentions that you can maybe go throw over a guy like Ralph Sampson. Is going to be Jared Allen, the Amethyst, and going to be Pink Diamond Sabonis. I think you could make an argument for those guys being better than Ralph, but in my opinion, I think Ralph's just going to be a little bit better. He does only have a 72 3 ball and an 84 mid-range, and I'm not exactly sure what his jump shot looks like in game, so if you guys have maybe used this card or played against him, I don't think many people do have this card though, because you have to collect, I'm pretty sure, like 1,000 cards, something like that. I think 1,050 cards. I think it's somewhere around there to get this Ralph Sampson card, so not that many people do have him, but he's going to be a great defender, 90 block, 89 interior defense, and like I said, he's 7'4" with a 7'8" wingspan, so he's going to play some amazing defense. He's also going to be unstoppable around the rim, having an 80 driving dunk and a 95 standing dunk. I've played against this card one time and he had some crazy animations. Also defensively going to be a great rebounder, and he's got Hall of Fame anchor, box up beast, and post lockdown as well. I'm not too confident about Ralph Sampson at number 10. Don't know too much about the card, but I feel like he had to be somewhere in the top 10. Coming in at the number 9 spot is going to be Pink Diamond Joel Embiid. He's a center 7 foot with a 7'5" wingspan. I decided to go with the moments one over the promo card one. I think it's a debate which one you'd rather use. In my opinion, the promo card has a better not jump shot, but has a better 3 ball, but I think maybe like plus 12 or something like that. So he does have a higher 3 ball for sure, but this moments one is going to be a way better defender, having a 97 block with a 95 interior defense. I would rather him only have a 77 3 ball. Actually, I think it's only like a plus 8 3 ball, right? Because what's this 3 ball? Yeah, 87, so it's a plus 10 3 ball, but this one's got a plus 15 block if my math is correct. So I think he's going to be a lot better of a defender, but you can pretty much count the moments in the promo one as the exact same card because they obviously are very similar. So like I said, Joel going to be a great defender, only 71 speed, 71 acceleration, might be a little bit slow, but he's going to be great at finishing around the rim, 85 standing dunk, 80 driving dunk, and we all know Joel Embiid always has a great player model, right? 280 pounds, and he just gets such good defensive animations, and jump shot wise, actually not a bad jump shot, going to be pretty easy to green. Now coming in at my number 8 spot is going to be Pink Diamond Big Z. Now I know Big Z and Sabonis are going to be very similar centers, so you guys are probably wondering why is Sabonis not on this list. Now I'm pretty much comparing him right to Big Z, Sabonis right to Big Z, and if we're comparing the two cards, I mean, they're both the same. Like, they're both 7'3" with a 7'6" wingspan, but the big difference is when it comes to the defensive end, I think he's going to be a little bit better of a defender because he does have Hall of Fame anchor, box up beast, and brick wall, where Sabonis doesn't have that Hall of Fame anchor badge, and that's one of the most important badges to have on your center. So I feel like Sabonis missing that is definitely a pretty big flaw, and the other reason is I really just don't like that Sabonis jump shot, where I love a guy like Big Z's jump shot. I do think it's a lot better, but if you like Sabonis' release and you're okay with him not having Hall of Fame anchor, then I think you could throw Sabonis in this top 10 and say he's better than a guy like Big Z. But for me, I mean, yes, Big Z's only got 44 speed, 44 acceleration, but he can knock down threes consistently, 88 3 ball, 92 mid-range. He's got Hall of Fame catch and shoot, Claymore, corner specialist, and he's going to be a very solid interior defender as well, having a 90 block and an 85 interior. So overall, I think he's going to be the 8th best center in the game. Coming in here at my number 7 spot, not necessarily going to be a primary center, but it's going to be Pink Diamond KG. I think he can play the power forward and center position at a very high level. He's still 6'11" with a 7'2" wingspan, and the best thing about KG, like we all know, is going to be the defense. So I think he's going to be perfectly fine at the center spot. Might be a tiny bit undersized, especially if you match a guy like Sabonis, you know, Big Z, Ralph Sampson, even a guy like Kareem. He might get mashed a little bit, but I feel like he can be fine at that center position. He's got a 92 block, 95 interior defense, 84 steal, 85 lateral quickness, and he's going to be very fast for your center, 84 speed, 84 acceleration, and he honestly has one of my favorite jump shots in the game, at least for a center. So overall, I mean, KG, great defender, can finish around the rim, he's a great rebounder, has Hall of Fame anchor, interceptor, post lockdown, rebound chaser, and some really good goal badges. So he's going to excel on the defensive end, and I do think he's going to be pretty good on offense. Coming in at my number 6 spot, once again, going to be a primary power forward, but still a very elite center. center, and that's going to be Opal Anthony Davis. I mean, this card's a Galaxy Opal. He's 6'10" with a 7'2" wingspan, so even a little bit shorter than a guy like KG. But I mean, take a look at these stats and badges. Like, he's got Hall of Fame anchor, chase down artist, interceptor, menace, pick dodger, pogo stick, post lockdown. So he's got some great defensive Hall of Fame badges, and he's also got an 89 block, 95 interior defense, 80 steal, 84 lateral quickness, 84 perimeter. So yes, he might be a little bit undersized at the center position, but if you run Giannis at the 4 and you run 80 at the 5, I think honestly you can make that work, because if you switch the matchups and you put Giannis on their center and then AD on their power forward, I think you could do something like that. Or maybe run double bigs, you go 80 at the 5 and then maybe a taller power forward like a Tim Duncan if you wanted to do something like that. But at that point you might as well just go Tim Duncan at the 5 and AD at the 4. But AD, in my opinion, at the center position is still going to be the sixth best in the game. Yes, he's a little bit lower. Obviously he's a Galaxy Opal. I think he's way higher at the power forward spot, but for the center position he's got to be a little bit lower just because he's 6'10" tall. Now coming in on my number 5 spot, halfway into the list, is going to be Pink Diamond Hakeem. Now you guys might think this is a little bit low, and it definitely could be. I was never really the biggest fan of this card. I still think he's a very elite center, and I'll explain later in the video why he's a little bit lower. But Hakeem's still an amazing center, 7 foot with a 7'3" wingspan. He's going to be glitched 3-point shooting wise, so he's got a 93 ball with Hall of Fame catch and shoot and corner specialist as well. He's got 85 speed, 85 acceleration, really good for a center who's 7 foot tall. Defensively, he's got a 92 block, 94 interior defense, even got an 80 steal, 82 perimeter. So all around going to be a great defender, great rebounder, and he's got that Hall of Fame anchor badge. So he definitely deserves to be in the top 5. Definitely a really good all around center. But for me, at the number 4 spot, I just like a guy like Dwight Howard more at the center position. Now you guys might say, well, most people run Dwight at the 4. I think Dwight probably is a better power forward, but he's still 6'11" with a 7'4" wingspan and has honestly one of the better player models in the game. So yes, he's 1 inch smaller than Hakeem, but I don't feel like it really makes that big of a difference when I think Dwight's got a better player model. He's got a longer wingspan, so I think he can play the center position better than a guy like Hakeem, and he's also going to be glitched 3-point shooting wise. So he's got a 91 3 ball, 83 mid range with having Hall of Fame corner specialist, gold catch and shoot, claymore, deadeye, and gold limitless range. Now he's going to be a better overall defender than a guy like Hakeem. He's got 95 block, 95 interior defense, 82 steal, 84 perimeter. He's going to be a little bit faster, and he's way more athletic. Like, he's got 88 speed, 88 acceleration, with also having a 95 vertical and a 95 strength. And then finishing around the rim, like, he's going to be amazing, dunking on everybody, 95 driving dunk, 95 standing dunk. And he's also got more Hall of Fame defensive badges, including anchor, box OP, brick wall, post lockdown, and rebound chaser as well. So for me, it's a no-brainer. I do think Dwight Howard also potentially has a better jump shot than Hakeem. I think Hakeem's probably got the better release, but it's not like Dwight has a bad jump shot at all. Like, he can knock it down very, very consistently with that 91 3 ball and a very solid jump shot. So for me, I think Dwight Howard definitely going to be the better center than a guy like Hakeem. Coming in at my number 3 spot, I think this one's not really obvious, but I think it's definitely a debate of who you like more, Hakeem or Kristaps. So if you guys are already commenting down below like Hakeem's way better than Kristaps or are way better than Dwight, I think it's definitely a fair argument to have. In my opinion though, I like a guy like Kristaps just because of his 3-point shooting, right? Obviously Hakeem can knock down threes, but he doesn't have as good as a jump shot as a guy like Kristaps, and he also doesn't have, he has a 93 ball, but he doesn't have Hall of Fame catch and shoot, corner specialist, deadeye, and limitless range. And like I said, that jump shot makes a lot of a difference. Like, KP can knock down super consistent because of his release, and then he's going to be 7'3", so he's taller than Hakeem. He's got a bigger wingspan. He's probably got a better player model as well. We all know Kristaps just gets such good defensive animations, even though his defensive stats and badges don't really look to be the best, and he can't even get anchors. So I will say on the defensive end and speed wise and athleticism wise, that's obviously where a guy like Dwight and a guy like Hakeem are going to be way better. But for Kristaps, his shooting, his jump shot, and his overall player model, I think he's going to be the 3rd best center. And then at the number 2 spot, we're going to go for the dark matter Tim Duncan. Even though he's a primary power forward, I mean, this card can play the center position and may even be better at the center position. He's 6'11" with a 7'2" wingspan. The only flaw with this card is going to be his jump shot and his 3 ball. I mean, he's got a 79 3 ball, which isn't bad. Like, you can still green with that very consistently, but it's when you come to the animation screen, I'm not the biggest fan of his jump shot. Obviously, he can still green wide open. He can knock down pretty consistently, but I don't think it's one of the best big man jump shots. I'd rather jump shot like KP, Dwight Howard, Hakeem, AD, KG, YG. I think they all have better jump shots than a guy like Tim Duncan, but other than that, I mean, his stats are pretty much perfect. 98 block, 98 interior defense, 86 steal, 87 perimeter, right? He's pretty fast, 84 speed, 84 acceleration, gonna be super athletic with 96 strength, 92 vertical, great at finishing around the rim, amazing rebounder, and so many Hall of Fame defensive badges. So Tim Duncan's gonna be my second best center in the game, and then to round it off at the number 1 spot is gonna be Pink Diamond Kareem. I think this is definitely a debate for the top 3 or 4 centers. I think you could say Kristaps is the best center. I think you could say Tim Duncan's the best center. Even a guy like Dwight, Hakeem, all of these guys could be considered the best centers in the game. But in my opinion, I'm gonna go with Kareem. He's 7'2" with a 7'5" wingspan. He's got 88 speed, 88 acceleration, really good athleticism stats. He's going to be an all-around great defender. He's amazing at finishing around the rim, and he's a great rebounder as well. Jump shot, you might be saying 63 ball, definitely going to be a little bit low, which it is, but I like his jump shot, honestly, more than a Tim Duncan. I like it more than a Dwight, and I like it more than a Hakeem. So yes, the 3 ball is a little bit lower, but I can green more consistently with a guy like Kareem than I can with Dwight Howard and Hakeem as well. So for me, it really just comes down to preference with the jump shot and which release you do like more. But let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about my top 10 centers, and let me know what you guys would change, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.